Yo, welcome YouTube, welcome Loc community, welcome natural hair community. Anybody is looking to starting their locks or starting their children's locks, or if you just want general knowledge in starting locks. Um, so here we go. All right, so let me rewind. When I started locks, it was back in 2014 in July. I've been growing my locks for 12 years. Right now, I got it plaited up, and I got my plaits down, but I got like a bun up top, whatever. Um, but anyway, so back when I started locks, actually before I even started going ahead, the only reason I'm making this video is because I see a lot of people on YouTube. They're making all these videos about locks and everything and stuff. So I just wanted to chime in to give my experience of locks and how I started off and everything like that. My journey, you know what I'm saying, in general. Now, all right, so 2014, I started my locks. I had grew my hair out 2 years prior to starting my locks. So I went to waves. I had waves for like 9 years, man. I was a waver, man. I had a 360 waves, deep waves, you know what I'm saying? I was fresh with it, brushing my hair all the time. That all the time, man. Taking the do-rag off, have a whole line in the middle of my head and scoop. Man, middle school, man. We was doing this a long time, back in middle school days. Yeah, I was doing that. But it's just like a lot of, with waves, it's a lot of maintenance, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep brushing your hair. I wet it every day, brush it, man. Make sure you got that lotion in there, the cream, pomade, all that stuff, whatever. Then you gotta be woofing. Make sure you woof. You gotta have the change your brush up, you know what I'm saying? So if you have your get a haircut, you know what I'm saying, like a little Caesar, you gotta use a soft brush, and you go medium brush, and you go to the hard brush, you know what I'm saying? Depending on your hair texture and everything, that's how I did mine, you know what I'm saying? I had a wave cap and a do-rag on top of mine, so it can be all laid down, you know what I'm saying, to get fresh lineup. I actually still have waves, funny. I joke about sometimes some people. I have locks, but I still be waving, like with my tapers. I still actually be doing the whole wave process. But yeah, besides that, so yeah, I did that for a long time. I grew my hair out one time in middle school for a few months, but I was like, I don't like it, man. Chopped it off. I had chopped it off a few times in middle school. I was like, let me try to grow my hair, but I wasn't doing it. Like, it just didn't look good. So I said, let me go back to waves. So when I was in middle school, I wanted like the Bone Thugs and Harmony look, you know what I'm saying? I wanted that long hair, like brushed back in the bun, some plaits, this and that. I had plaits when I was a kid, but you know what I'm saying? I wanted that look. But I was like, I don't know how to grow my hair out, you know what I'm saying? So, fast forward to, I think it was junior year in high school, I believe. That's when, let me see, was junior year, 2 year. It might have been like the middle of sophomore year, or something like that. I started to grow my hair out. So when I started to grow my hair out, I had a curly fro. I did that, so I was using the gel. I had the curls hanging down. Like, I was shaking them, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just a process, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, the waves, to me, that's way too much maintenance for me. Even though once it look good, you know what I'm saying, the less you can do, but it's a lot of maintenance, upkeep. I don't have time for that, you know what I'm saying? And I want to have something that represents who I am, you know what I'm saying? That's more versatile. The curls is cool too, you know what I'm saying? That's a cool thing too. You don't see a lot of people that the more here and there, but you know what I'm saying, the curls is cool too. I was rocking the curls. I'll brush it back, having a ponytail, and I had the waves on top too, you know what I'm saying? So it was killing, you know what I'm saying? Ponytail with the waves on top, yeah, I was killing. You couldn't tell me nothing. But the thing is, that's almost like you having waves and short hair, even more, because you gotta keep brushing. You gotta wake up, brush. It's almost like the same process as you having waves. But to be honest, it's more because you have to deal with like detangling and this and that, whatever. That's another thing too. You know what I'm saying? Hair being the drain, everything you gotta worry about getting the trim, split ends, all that stuff, whatever. That's a lot. find someone to do your hair. So I was getting plaits at the time too. I had got 2-strand twist a little bit. I was doing that and plaits. And at the time, what's funny is I was the only one in my high school that had the 2-strand twist. There was somebody else in my high school that had that during the time. Now it's kind of popular now, kamikaze twist and 2-strand twist or whatever. I mean, that stuff was popular even like back in the 90s or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, it got re-popular. You know what I'm saying. There wasn't even too many people in my high school with plaits either. You know what I'm saying? I was like one of the few that had plaits, ponytails, all that stuff or whatever. Nobody was really rocking that. They all had, everybody had like actually, it was past the wave era. It was like the quote unquote nappy fro era. So everybody just had the fro that's out any kind of way, and just with a taper, that was it. Like literally, our hair was any kind of way, but just with a taper, and that was it. And that was like cool when we was in school during that time. So that happened. Then after that, then everybody started to branch out to different things. You know what I'm saying? As time moved forward, some people cut their hair, some people kept the fro. Some people got braids, you know what I'm saying? Some people went to locks, you know what I'm saying? It was like a whole big thing after that. You know what I'm saying? It was like a time period. Everyone at the time in the early 2010s, I say like between 2010s to 2000 and like teens, people was like growing their hair out. And then again, it happened during COVID time too. A lot of people started to grow their hair out too during COVID. And a lot of people that I be hearing, they be saying that they got locks during COVID too. Now I've seen a lot of people, they've been cutting their locks off the past few years now. So I don't know, you know, things be changing and stuff like that, trends and stuff like that. But I didn't get my locks for a trend. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do that. When I was coming up, there was on instant locks. And a lot of times during the time I had got locks, the people that got locks, they didn't just start off. Some people just started off, yeah, I'm gonna just get locks or whatever. Like from like really the itty bitties, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what we used to call them. That was going on. But a lot of times when I started off, the people that had locks, they was the ones that actually had their froze out first. Or they had like some type of, they had like the braids. It was like you had to like experiment on other style before you just went to the locks, you know what I'm saying? Now people just straight transition to the locks, but during that time, there wasn't like people just doing that, you know what I'm saying? And I did it just because I wanted something new. I wanted something new with my hair, and I couldn't find anyone to braid my hair, you know what I'm saying? I wanted 2 braids, but I couldn't find no one to do it, so I was like, you know what, my homie had put me on. He was like, hey man, I know this lady named Erica, she could start off your locks, man, this and that. He's like, I know you're a spiritual person, you'll like it or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. I was a little nervous or whatever. And I went through the journey. There's a lot of times I was like, man, I'm about to cut my hair off, I'm about to comb it out, I'm about to do this and that. But I just stuck with it, man. It taught me a lot of patience. It taught me about life. It taught me about history I didn't know. It taught me about, like, I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it taught me that, like here in the Americas, you know what I'm saying, a lot of our ancestors, they grew their locks out, and that's not taught, you know what I'm saying? That's something that we had to relearn, and we learned, you know what I'm saying, in the lock community, especially over here, being a so-called Black American, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a very ancient hairstyle, you know what I'm saying? That was the one thing, but I had started off with the cone coils. During that time, I didn't know anything about different methods and stuff like that. I thought that was the only method was comb coils during the time. Then as time progressed, I found out people was doing the 2-strand method, or some people would start off with plaits, or some people just take their hair and just twist it up, you know what I'm saying? No parts or nothing, just straight twisting it up, you know what I'm saying? And then people like had the free form, you know, Florida, they got the wigs down there in Florida, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I started off cone coil. My hair texture, I would say the 4A, 3C hair texture. So it took a while for my hair to actually lock up. It took a very long time. So I was getting impatient, man. Sometimes I used to go get my hair retwisted at the salon, different salons, and some of the ladies would be like, some of them would be like, are you sure that you want to continue growing locks? And a couple times they would say, there's a few times where they'd be like, you should have just kept your plaits, you know what I'm saying? There was like your hair texture will probably, plaits will probably work out better for you in growing your hair versus having locks. They used to tell me that all the time, because my locks, I have the small locks. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the big gigantic locks. They small, man. I got like them. I got like Quavo. You know what I'm saying? Like Quavo when he has his hair down. You know what I'm saying? Even Takeoff when he had his hair down, which he rarely did. I have them. I have the locks like that, because I started off during that time, that era. You know what I'm saying? With the locks you had, they was the small locks. It wasn't like the big thick locks like you see nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, they used to tell me that they used to be like, I think you would be better off if you just comb your hair out and put some plaits in and grew your hair out like that. But I didn't do it. But I think about that. Even like now, I think about that, because I'm like, man, I had my locks for 12 years. It's plaited up right now. It looks very nice. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I do be like, let me comb it out. And it's still a continuation of my spiritual journey, just a different hairstyle. You know what I'm saying? So I think about that sometimes. So hey, if I went back to plaits, I'd still be fresh with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that you don't see nowadays. Nowadays, in the early 2000s, you seen people, they grow out their plaits, and it was pretty like medium length, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, I see people with plaits, but it's kind of short. Even with the locks now, I see a lot of people, they like the short locks too. But nah, once I do something, I'm gonna go all out with it. If I was to get plaits with my loose hair, man, I'm letting my plaits grow. Like, I swear to God, they're gonna have to go to my stomach, man. Like my locks, I'm gonna have to grow my plaits like my locks, and that's something you don't see at all. You don't see people growing out their two-strand twister locks that long. You know what I'm saying? Taking it out and let the curls be hanging. Yeah, that's something rare. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that at all. So I was thinking about doing that. You know what I'm saying? I like setting trends. But yeah, man, that's all I want to say is, if you do want to get locks, just have patience. Don't let anybody discourage you. If a job saying this and that, whatever, man, go to another place. If you get the wrong vibe, man, don't even worry about it. Get another job, to be honest, unless you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's about patience, man. It's about ego. It is about spirituality. I don't care who you are. You can be a bad person, good person. If you're a bad person, you gotta watch yourself, because that's gonna manifest. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God, it's your antennas. If you having that bad energy, that's your antennas is gonna pull that bad energy into you, mess up your life. I swear to God. And I learned that from the elders that had locks. I used to have short locks, and older people used to be telling me that with long locks. And I had learned a whole lot. Just like people be arguing about locks, saying, oh, where it came from and this and that. Man, that's the oldest hairstyle on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Can't really pinpoint exactly where it originated, because even our ancestors talk about, and even different societies, civilizations depict beings of having locks. You know what I'm saying? Now locks, they're more prevalent in the Americas, even though they try to say that it came from Africa, but it's more prevalent in the Americas. You know what I'm saying? There's no shade to Africa, but it's more prevalent over here. And when I hear Africans talk, they say that they don't even like locks over there. And over here, it was the same way for a little bit, because, we had to deal with colonization and this and that, whatever. And, we was forced to have our hair a certain way. We wasn't forced to embrace ourselves like we do now, And even like before that time, man, back in the day, I learned that you used to get scalped. If you grow your hair out over here, you used to get scalped and killed, because, they call it hair heritage. You know what I'm saying? When you grow your hair, it shows your heritage. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was a status symbol a long time ago. Like locks, it was a status symbol. Yeah, hair in general, but locks particularly, that was a status symbol. If you're a warrior, a priest, or just like a really spiritual person, or a lot of chiefs too, they have locks too. So this is very unique. It's more than a hairstyle for one, but it's just something unique. It's a unique transition. You know what I'm saying? And it must be carried. Carried as such. You know what I'm saying? Like Samson in the Bible, what we learned about that, and how Goliath cut his locks off. You know what I'm saying? And what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can cut your locks if you want to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they feel rejuvenated after they cut off the locks, because they were saying they say that they have all this negative energy built up inside of them over the years and stuff like that. So they want to get rid of it. And you can't blame them, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I be thinking about that. Like, you can have sage, all them things you can, man. The sage don't work, you meditate, all these things, and it's still not working. Go ahead. Because at the end of the day, it's your spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? It's your journey. It don't matter. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. You guys take it easy. Shout out. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.